Coming up on today's episode, I'm down at the Bill as Storm Bram hits the coast.
Hi, we're Steve.
And Marcus. And in 2020, we moved to Portland Bill on the Jurassic coast in Dorset, southwest England, on the Isle of Portland, and very quickly fell in love with the area. And as a result, we started our own Facebook page called Bill Watch, reporting on the wildlife, the nature, the weather, and the daily life at Portland Bill. We made friends with some great people in the community up here, and very quickly found somewhere we felt we could truly call home. Fast forward to 2025, we're still on the island and we've moved to a beautiful Portland stone home. We're always on the go and love a project in between our cleaning business, our holiday cottage, and our home.
Also catching me bringing more items into the house. But I am a trader, so I'm always buying and selling.
Mostly buying, Steve. And the cottage? Well, we decided to share this little slice of heaven with others, so we let it out for short breaks
as a dog-friendly coastal cottage.
And now, we're inviting you to join us on our journey. I don't know whether you just saw that wave, but the huts right down there, that wave, the spray went right over the huts. There's another one there. I'm going to take you out there in a minute. I've come down here today because it's Storm Bram that's hitting the UK coast. So I'm here at Bill Watch Cottage. We've got the cottage closed for a week. We're just doing a few maintenance bits because we've got some guests coming in from this weekend. But I wanted to get down here early today because I know that we've got not only a storm, but we've got spring tides at the moment. So around this time now, we're getting to the high tide. And that's around 2 meters at the moment, which is high for down here. So combine that with a storm, we've got southerly winds, I think we've got swells coming in. So that is everything we need for a cracker of a storm and some good shots. So I'm going to take you just out onto the decking, just so you can see what I'm seeing now, but we're more sheltered here. Once we go down there, it's going to be wild. So we're in the garden room at the moment. That's sea salt on the glass. Just over the huts down there. Coming up. Look at that. Well, I'm not hanging around here any longer. I am going straight down there. So we're just walking down here now. So this is what everyone commonly refers to as the blowhole, even though there are people here that would tell you that the blowhole, official one, is way up that way, but we never see it blow. From our point of view, this is the one that always blows when there's a good storm. So if you ask me, this is the blowhole. Right down by Red Crane here. Here we go, here we go. Woof! Look at all that seaweed coming up. I'm going to try and get you some perspective on the size of these waves compared to the beach huts here. Here we go. Look at that. Straight over the beach huts. That's flipping awesome. Look at the lighthouse there. And look at all these swells coming in. These are going to be massive. Whoa! Here's another. I actually think this is some of the biggest ones I've seen down here. I say, we're heading for high tide about now. I know there'll be a few people saying, be careful down there, why would you be that close to the edge? To be honest, because it's southerly winds, I'm being blown backwards away from the sea. I'm having to hold my position here to stay down here, otherwise I'd be headed backwards. But if it was a northerly wind, I wouldn't be this close. If I was at risk of being blown towards the water, I'd be staying well back. But typically we get southerly winds here, which is what we've got today. Wow. So I feel pretty safe. Look at this one coming in. I'm going to take us over there in a sec because I want to see what's going on over there. That looks pretty wild. There's no kind of dry way to get by this. I think I'm going to wait for the next wave to hit and then make a run for it. Hang on, there's some big ones coming in here. Okay, I'm going to be a coward and go behind the huts. Even behind these huts, I'm getting spray just coming straight over me. Let's see what's going on over here. Look at that. It's always hard over this side to show on camera just how high these waves are. But I think you've got to look at the beach huts as a point of reference. You see, they are hitting the cliff edge and they're going higher than the roofs of those huts. They are high. Everything always looks a bit smaller on a wide angle lens. It's calming down just for a sec, and then when the next swells hit, so when we were walking down the field earlier, we could just see some waves over the tops of the beach huts. So now we're over this side, we're able to see what's going on. It's picking up again. Ah. Here we go. Anyone local will know that that is Crusoe Rock down there by itself, as in Robinson Crusoe Rock, I believe. There used to be a rock stack right down here. Whoa! That was massive. Look at those swells coming in. I got a bit wet on that one. These are definitely up there with some of the biggest ones I've seen since we've been down here. Look at the size of that. I think we'll have to go somewhere where we're not going to get pummeled by so much spray. Yeah, so what I was saying is there used to be a rock stack down there called Pom Pom. And I think that we had a massive storm maybe in 2014, something around then. And I know it got destroyed then in that storm. But people used to climb it. These are crazy. Look at all that. Look at those swells coming in. You can just see Pulpit Rock in the distance coming up. I do find whenever I film storms along here, we really get pummeled with sea salt, sea spray. I want to go over to the cliffs by the MOD because I feel like that's where there's a lot of action happening, a lot of wave action. So it's definitely gone calmer at the moment. I think we're just waiting for swells to come in again. It's still rough, don't get me wrong. Okay, yeah, this is what I thought was going on. So these are the cliffs by the MOD. And they are high, they are big cliffs. I mean, look at that fence. You can see what the height of a person would be. That water, those waves are going straight up to the top. There you go. Now there's some waves coming over. Whoa! That's what I mean. Those waves go right to the top. I'm not sure if you can see it in the distance. There is, if I zoom in, some sort of cargo ship out there. Keeping well away. That's going to be rough today for them. Some days, living down at the Bill, or even just staying down here in the cottage, especially earlier in the mornings and in the evenings, once people go home, you cannot see anyone for ages. It's like having your own private island. I can see about 4 cars in the car park. Right now, there's no one here but myself. Wow. Most of you will recognise that obelisk. It's got the initials TH on there. 1844. And that does not stand for Thomas Hardy. Wow. The TH stands for Trinity House. And Trinity House operate nearly all the lighthouses in the UK. Yes, this is where all the action's happening today. It's around this side. Look at all those waves hitting the shore. Again, you can just see those beach huts. Straight over the top of them. All these swells and waves are rounding the bill around here and coming around this way. Look at the size of those waves. Here's the swells coming in. Here we go. It's really loud now. Look at that one coming in. Look at that one. Look at all of them coming in. Here we go. Whoa. Those ones are heading over there. Unbelievable. Whoa. Oh my God. seashells here. You see it's absolutely dripping off them. Back in. I am pretty drenched. I've just taken my coat off. My shoes are soaked, my socks are soaked. But that was exhilarating. That was amazing. I'm glad I came down for this now. That was perfect conditions. So, and the sun's coming out now. You can appreciate from up here just what an incredible vista we've